morning, everybody. Welcome to Mortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this hour, we're going to be talking about the 2024 beginner guide or beginner tips that I could give you guys since, we have new regions in the North America, the South America servers, and also we will be having a new server, the Lasagna server here in the global region. So here it is. First, choosing your first to second job classes. Okay, of course, you will be starting with just your first and second job classes. So I'll be ranking all of those job classes with their roles and at the same time with their utility in the game. So I would rank number 1 as Hunter, because Hunter is just, all around in the early stages of the game. It's really good on farming or grinding and leveling. It is also good on MVPs. It can dish out quite number of damage on PvP, and it's also good on Helheim dungeons or in other dungeons on the early stages of the game. Number 2 is the Wizard. The Wizard is pretty much DPS and also a utility role in this game. In crowd control, and on early stages, you're going to be overwhelmed with mobs since you still don't have that much power in your arsenal. So crowd control is really important. So aside from being good on grinding and farming, it is also good on MVPs, particularly on Endless Tower. You're pretty much going to need wizards there. Third one is Blacksmith. Blacksmiths are really important because they assist a lot of job classes here, since some of the damage types here are reduced when battling different types of sizes. That is the size penalty that we are calling. So for example, the assassins, they are wielding either Katar or daggers. Most of the time, they will be wielding dual dagger. And when you are doing damage using a dagger, your damage will be pretty much halved when you are battling a large enemy. That's why a blacksmith is really important. Not only that, the blacksmith also crafts elemental weapons or elemental converters that are really important for the game, particularly for the DPS classes that are in need of change in their elements of their weapons. Okay, number 4 will be priests. Priests are always needed. They are pretty much needed on everything. Every party needs a priest, and you would not want to go on a dungeon, on a hard dungeon, if you don't have a priest. So priests are very important. If you want to be that person in the guild that is pretty much needed on all of places in game, then you want to become a priest. Number 5 are knights. Same as priests, knights are very important because they play a very vital role in tanking damage. So the bad side here is that, of course, if you are a tank, you would pretty much, focus less on DPS. That's why it's kind of hard for you to grind. Same as for the number 6, which is the assassin. Assassin can deal a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong. They can deal a lot of damage, but you pretty much need a blacksmith on MVP. So if you don't have a blacksmith, you're not going to deal that much damage. And also, aside from that, they're good on PvP. Other than that, you can do your parties without an assassin. That's the sad part of being an assassin. They're pretty much the loner of the early games on this Ragnarok Origin. All right, number 2, let's go for the transcended job ranking. Of course, you will get to level 70, and when you get to level 70, you're now entitled to transcend your jobs into the transcendence jobs. Okay, so I'll be ranking again because we'll be getting a job change writ at level 70. So maybe you'll be changing your job, who knows? It's up to you. And I'm here to help you in deciding which job to transfer if ever you would want, or you're not satisfied with your current job, or you would just want to change roles. Please take note that the alternative jobs are not yet included in this ranking. Okay, so we'll be including it after. So let's start with number 1, Sniper. Of course, the ADL build of the Sniper is gonna be all around, although you can always use the Sharpshooter build for your grinding, but the Sniper pretty much will be only needing only 1 enchant, only 1 set of gear, etc. There's also a lot of Veroscores that would work with the Sniper, making it pretty much easiest to use in this stage of the game. Number 2 are Assassin Cross. Yes, you heard that right. Coming from number 6 on the first to second job class ranking, now they're number 2. This is because of the Soul Destroyer build. So why not number 1? Number 2, because you practically have to refine 2 weapons and it's gonna cost you a lot. If you have that amount of Nyanberry for you to make those 2 daggers or 2 weapons plus 15 at this early in the game, then you're pretty much going to be wanted in most parts. So MVP, you're pretty good on that. On grinding, you're gonna be so good also, more so on PvP and on MVP killing. So all parts of the game, you're pretty much going to be loving your character. Okay, number 3 are High Priests. You're always needed. Okay, you're always needed, and you're pretty much higher now simply because you have more ways to crank up your DPS, making it easier for you to do MR, to do grinding, and sometimes if the party needs DPS, you can actually change to DPS build. Number 4 would be Whitesmiths. Okay, don't get me wrong, they deal a lot of damage. Okay, same usefulness as with this first and second job. They still provide a lot of additional damage to the party. They're really good in terms of keeping your party's DPS higher. But you know, the number 1 build of the Whitesmith, the high speed cart ram, is going to cost you a lot of Eden coins. So that's why I ranked it number 4, slightly lower than the first set of ranking. Number 5 would be the High Wizards. Sadly, since the gravitational field will be needing a lot of cooldown reduction, and at this stage of the game, there aren't a lot of ways to get your your cooldown reduced that much. So that's why I ranked it number 5. Still, it's good grinding character, but that's it. Aside from the crowd control and the grind, that's it for the High Wizards. Sad. Number 6 would be the Lord Knight. Okay, the Lord Knight has only 1 job in this stage of the game. It is going to be the tank. And considering that the Paladin will get released, of course, most of the Lord Knight will be transferring to Paladin. Now, for the third part, we're now gonna rank the alternative jobs, okay, when they come around. Number 1 on all will be Biochem. Their attacks don't cost that much. They have good AoE, good crowd control. They have very good damage. And they can dish out a ton of damage on PvP, both on PvP and MVP. So you don't have a problem with using biochems, okay, biochemists. Number 2 would be Paladin. The Paladin used to be the PvP king. There will be a time in the state of the game wherein the Paladin is gonna rule number 1, particularly if you still don't have a biochemist on the jobs, and also the professors aren't around. The Paladins are gonna rule, and that is prevalent on most of the fights on our first season on Odin's Cup. That's why the Paladin is number 2. It's the PvP king. It can still do, grinding. It doesn't have a problem with grinding, doesn't have a problem with MVP. It can still tank. So it's number 2 in my opinion. Number 3 would be the Professors. The Professors are really good on PvP. They are also good on farming. The downside is that they lack damage on MVPs or on bosses. So it's the same except for the MVPs, okay? And for the time space anomaly, all of those sorts of things. Number 4 would be the bards. Okay, this is the first introduction of the AoE heal in the meta. That's why it's gonna be awesome. Okay, it's gonna be a good class, good support class, but there are some things that, you know, a bard and a dancer that cannot do, that still the high priest can do. So it doesn't put the high priest down on the ranking. Number 5 would be the stalkers. They're an okay class. It can be good on DPS, it can be good on PvP, but it's not outstanding in one thing. Okay, for number 6, the last one is the champion class. I'm sorry, it is true. This class is only good for killing MVPs in Guild League, and that's it. Okay, part 4 will be talking about preparing for third jobs. Okay, yes, as early as now, you can start preparing for the third jobs, and you will thank me for, you know, introducing you to this beginner tips, so that by the time that the third jobs come around in your server, you'll be ready. Okay, number 1, get as much pet training diaries as you can. Yes, you need a lot of pet training diaries. That is because of the nebula path. Okay, when you get to the nebula path, you would need a lot of it on the astral sign. Leveling the astral sign, getting and unlocking the Emir steers, you need a lot of that. A ton of it. Okay, so you could get it from the mysterious shop. Okay, 1 on the mysterious shop, 2 on Gallop shops. If ever it will be introduced in your server, the Gallop shops are gonna be so good. You can get a lot of things from it. And number 3, you can get it from the common shop. Not many know this, but you can get it from the common tab here on the common shop, and click common again. Weekly limit, you can get 10 on the blue pet training diary, and you can get 5 on the pet training diary 3, or the purple ones. Okay, number 2, stop doing quests. Okay, chill, stop doing quests, because as the server level goes up, so as the experience that you get from those quests. So take note, don't finish all of them. If you can end the day with your current level and not wanting to level up or gaining so much experience, then stay put. Don't use your quests. Reserve it for immediate needs. So what are those immediate needs? If you are 1 level away from a job change, for example, you're already level 69 and you need to become level 70, that's one of those times that you can use your quests. Or you're already 98 or 99 and you want to become one of those few people who first gets to third job, then that's the time that you use your quests. Okay, so don't use it all. Okay, next, number 3, don't neglect grinding. Yes, get as much experience as you can. You would need experience for the nebula path when you are purchasing stellar points, because you need to level up your constellations and you need stellar points for that, and you can only obtain stellar points if you have a lot of experiences stored in your character. So don't neglect grinding. Always grind with 5 party members, because when you are on a party and you're grinding, your experience gets multiplied by 50, additional 50% when you have a 5-member party. That's the experience bonus that you get. Always do that. All right, last but not the least, don't sell illusion card fragments. Okay, I used to tell this that one of those keys to get as much diamonds as you can is to sell your illusion card fragment. That is because before, we still did not have a card deck. The card deck before was not existing. Okay, so you don't have a need for your illusion cards, but now we need this. Okay, on the late game, you will be needing this. So start collecting all of your illusion cards, illusion MVP cards, starting from the Mercy of Geth John. For example, the Angeling card, the Golden Thief Bug card, the Drake card, the Osiris card, and the Bloody Knight card. I would suggest starting on the Osiris card. Okay, so for more information and for more starter or beginner videos, I actually have made it easier for you guys, particularly for those people coming from the new servers of the North America and South America regions. I have made it easier for the people to, to see and to browse my channel. For example, if you're gonna be looking at my channel here, you can see all of the basic and beginner guides that I have made throughout the months. Here, the top 10 beginner tips at the very start of the game, ultimate job class guide, leveling guide, tier list for the first and second job, increasing damage, F2P guide, all daily things to do, etc. If you're gonna browse down, then you will see the first and second job class video guides, okay? Then the transcended job class guides like the High Wizard, Assassin Cross, High Priest, etc. All of this are here on this section, and the third section here would be for all of the third job class guides. Next would be the usual, the usual set, which is the past live stream, etc. And since we're already here, if you haven't subscribed on my channel, I would highly appreciate for you to subscribe. If you want to join our community, then you can also click the join here. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone that has been supporting me ever since my first channel and now my second channel. Thank you, everyone. And that's it. I do hope that this video has helped you, and apologies for those already on the end game or for those on the same global region servers, the old servers that we have right now. Apologies, but we have to prioritize sometimes the newer players that are coming into the game. And that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like, share this to your friends, and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. And that's it. See you again on the next video. Bye-bye! Now I found you.